Yesterday, I explained to you guys about Raila Odinga's master plan to stop and outwit Musalia Mudavadi and Moses Wetangula in Western Kenyan politics. And the two gentlemen, Musalia Mudavadi and Moses Wetangula, are also scheming to kick out Raila Odinga out of Western Kenyan politics. Because Western politics, as of today, is still revolving around Raila Amolo Odinga. And I also explained further that the 2022 general election is actually going to be determined in Western Kenya. That the person who is going to carry the day is likely to be declared the President of the Republic of Kenya, regardless of the existence of the system. So Western Kenya is going to be very key as far as 2022 general elections is concerned. And today, Boni Alwale was chased Kamaburu Kenge in Kakamega County. He had actually convened a meeting to attack Raila Odinga and to attack Francis Atwoli. And there were also reports that Francis Atwoli was also going to host Raila Odinga in his Kajiado home. Still have not confirmed that. But Western Kenya is definitely going to play a key role in shaping 2022 general election. And today, details emerged of a meeting hosted by the Deputy President William Ruto at his residence in Karen. And that meeting involved Musalia Mudavadi and Moses Wetangula's allies, basically members of parliament. And that meeting was secret. It was held on the Madaraka Day, on first, when Kenyans were waiting for the Deputy President and the President to arrive at Madaraka Day at State House. The Deputy President was actually hosting leaders, members of parliament from Western Kenya, allied to Musalia Mudavadi and allied to Moses Wetangula at his current home, which is okay in my view. So today I want us to look at that meeting, what was discussed in the meeting, and whether these guys are actually going to stop Raila Amolo Odinga. But before we do that, if you're bumping on this video for the first time, I want you to take a second or two and hit the subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this one, you get notified. Now back to the main issue. There's a video I did some time ago here about William Ruto's biggest dilemma. And that dilemma is about who can he choose as his running mate in 2022. Central Kenya is actually a stronghold of the Deputy President William Ruto as we speak today. But a lot of things are changing. And from all indications, the Deputy President has started having a second thought about Central Kenya. So the Deputy President is now focusing on Western Kenya. He believes if he can get a running mate from Western Kenya, then that can be enough for him to become the next president of the Republic of Kenya. And he has started working very closely with Moses Wetangula and also with Musalia Mudavadi. So when he held that meeting in Nairobi, the same week or the same day, Musalia Mudavadi had actually attacked, the previous day, Musalia Mudavadi had actually launched an attack on Raila Odinga. For those who've forgotten, that week, a lot of things happened in Fort Kenya. Simiyu Eseli, the Tongaren member of parliament, and Wafula Wamunyinyi, the Kandui member of parliament, kicked out Moses Wetangula as the party leader of Fort Kenya. And when they kicked out Moses Wetangula, Musalia Mudavadi convened a press conference. And in that press conference, for the first time, Musalia Mudavadi attacked Raila Odinga ruthlessly. And Kenyans were actually asking themselves, why would Musalia Mudavadi attack Raila Odinga and not attack the people who staged the coup. And then the next day, Musalia Mudavadi, together with Moses Wetangula, together with their supporters, was supposed to address a press conference at the residence of Moses Wetangula. And that's the same day the deputy president held this secret meeting with the allies of the two gentlemen. For the record, Musalia Mudavadi was not present at that meeting. Moses Wetangula was not present. But their allies were at the official residence of the deputy president. So they met. Then after that, the DP also asked his team, the Tangatanga guys from Western Kenya, to head straight to Moses Wetangula's home. So after that meeting, when the DP left for State House, Moses Wetangula and his troop, Musalia Mudavadi and his troop, and the troop from the deputy president's side converged at the residence of Moses Wetangula. And they attacked Raila Amolo Odinga. They also attacked Francis Atwoli. Now, let's not go into that. Let us focus on the meeting which happened at the residence of the deputy president. What were these guys discussing? The agenda was very simple. Raila Odinga still controls Western Kenya. How can we change that narrative? And if we are to work together now, the three of us, Musalia Mudavadi, Moses Wetangula, and William Ruto, how will the ground receive that? And how can we work something around it for us to be received on the ground? So these guys sat down there and agreed on several things. The first thing they agreed on was messaging. And the messaging is very clear. To create anti-Raila Amolo Odinga strategy in Western Kenya. So the idea is simple. Start a narrative that Raila Odinga has always been supported by the people of Western Kenya. In return, Raila Odinga has not done anything for the people of Western Kenya. That Raila Odinga is actually thankless. So whether that message is going to be bought by the people on the ground is something we still don't know. But you can understand and follow the events in Western Kenya. When Eugene Wamalwa and Wycliffe Oparanya went to Bungoma and went to Kakamega, they met a group of youth at the airport. And my senior, Professor Kasangiani Ngani, was asking a very simple question. Not Kasangani, Professor Haman Manyora was asking a very simple question. What were those youths doing at the airport? Remember, at that time, Fort Kenya had been taken. So you'd have expected that the youths in Bungoma actually went there to boo Eugene Wamalwa. But then they didn't do that. They went to the airport specifically to praise William Samoei Ruto. Today in Kakamega, the former senator, Boni Alwale, also convened another meeting. The agenda is Raila Odinga and Francis Atwoli. The question I ask myself, someone like Boni Alwale was the deputy party leader of Ford Kenya. This guy abandoned Moses Wetangula. Why would he be now talking about Ford Kenya matters as if he's the savior? So the strategy is very simple. Create an anti-Raila Odinga messages in Western Kenya. So I'll be very keenly following how the events are going to unfold, because the biggest threat to the deputy president, to Musalia Mudavadi, to Wetangula, is Raila Odinga. Is Raila Odinga and the Kotu boss, because the Kotu boss has a deep pocket, is able actually to rally the MPs against these people. So that's number one, create a Raila Odinga, anti-Raila Odinga messages in Western Kenya. Number two, why they met at the official residence of the DP is that Musalia Mudavadi and Moses Wetangula, they have political parties. And those political parties are being taken over. Ford Kenya is going. Hopefully it might go. ANC is also not safe. But the immediate issue was to save Ford Kenya. So how are they going to do that? So they went to the DP and discussed on a strategy on how they can help save Ford Kenya. How the deputy president is going to help them is something which I still don't understand. Because let's face it, the deputy president has fallen out with his boss, President Uhuru Kenyatta, which means he doesn't have any control over the state machinery. Most of these things are normally engineered by the state machinery. So if the state machinery wants Moses Wetangula to lose his party, then that's going to happen. If they don't want him to lose his political party, then also that one they're going to do. But how is the deputy president going to help these people secure their political party if he doesn't have the state machinery behind him? That's something which personally I'll be closely monitoring to see how he's going to succeed in doing that. So the second thing they were discussing at the residence of the DP was how to help Moses Wetangula. Number 3, which was discussed also extensively, is the influence of Raila Odinga in Western Kenya politics. We all know that Raila Odinga contested for the presidency in 2017 and 2013. If you take, for example, in Kakamega, ODM does not have a single member of parliament. But look at the percentage of votes he got there. Over 82%. Basically, Raila Odinga got in Kakamega, Jubilee could not even get 15%. Let me put it that way. And that time, the deputy president did everything. If there was a time he was buying people, that was the time. The DP bought everybody in Kakamega. They used all the resources in Kakamega because they wanted to prove a point that Jubilee as a political party was a national party. Still did not succeed. Raila did not have a system. So he lost the MPs. You go to Busia, the same. You go to Vihiga, the same. That can also be explained in 2013. Even when Musalia Mudavadi was contesting, Raila Odinga defeated him in Western Kenya. So they discussed this influence of Raila Odinga in Western Kenya and how they're likely to stop it. I don't know. And I was talking to someone yesterday, and he was telling me that the problem with the DP is also just almost the same problem, even with Raila Odinga. The DP is banking on people who cannot deliver for him votes. He was telling me, for example, the number of votes which Boni Halwane, with all due respect to him, can deliver to him. Boni Halwane can actually deliver his own votes. He can become the governor of Kakamega, but he can't deliver for the DP. Look at the way he's been conducting his political activities in the recent past, trying to prove a point that he has people. He convenes a meeting, and in those meetings, everybody on that meeting has a motorbike. So basically means those are border people. The border I know cannot stop their work, come to listen to you if you have not given them money. It can't happen. So how they're going to succeed in dealing with the Raila Odinga influence is still something I don't know. The other thing which was discussed is the possibility of a lawyer running mate to the deputy president. What I don't know up to now is whether Musalia Mudavadi, I still don't know whether Musalia Mudavadi can actually agree to be a running mate to the deputy president. I've always opined, and I strongly believe, that the moment Musalia Mudavadi will not be running for 2022 general election, he's better off with Raila Odinga. So even if Raila Odinga is not running, it's better off for Musalia Mudavadi to stick that side. But if Musalia Mudavadi will jump ship from Raila Odinga camps to go to the deputy president as a running mate, then it will complicate things for him. The people of Western Kenya wants nothing less from Musalia Mudavadi other than being a presidential candidate. So they discussed this issue of running mate. But remember, the DP also has a bond, has a debt to pay to the people of Central Kenya. Moses Kuria, Ndindi Nyoro and that group will only be heard in Central Kenya if they go back with the trophy. And the trophy is only one. the running mate. So they discussed all this. But what of if the deputy president will be running for the presidency? Musalia Mudavadi will be running for the presidency. So how will the two guys work? Because of course Raila Odinga is their common enemy. We are in a situation where Musalia is running, Ruto is running. Of course, Moses Wetangula is easy for him. For him, he'll retreat to Bungoma and run for the gubernatorial seat there. So the issue of running mate was discussed at length at that meeting. And lastly, what was discussed is how to tame Francis Atwoli. I think Francis Atwoli is now a force to reckon with in Western Kenya. And these guys have acknowledged. I think Atwoli has refused, because of maybe the money he has, to be bought. And Atwoli has also refused to take the route Musalia Mudavadi and Moses Wetangula are taking. So whether they are going to succeed in taming Francis Atwoli is something we can't tell as at now. But probably with the time, we'll be able to know whether they'll be able to succeed in taming Francis Atwoli. Francis Atwoli has nothing to lose. He has everything. He has educated all his kids. He has all the money in the world. He's now the senior most trade unionist in Africa. In Kenya, he's the Kotu boss. He has an office in Accra. Atwoli has an office in Geneva. Atwoli has office due where? I mean, there's nothing you can tell to go Francis Atwoli. So whether these guys are going to tame something, I'll be keenly following. I don't know what you think. But the politics in Western Kenya is something which we must continue following very closely. Thank you guys. And if you're bumping on this video for the first time, please just take a second or two, hit the subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, you get notified. And to the subscribers, I want to continue to thank you guys for your continued support. Thank you, and please, you have